is a brand new channel that I have started. We're going to be talking about Underdog Fantasy, plays on Underdog Fantasy, pick'ems, drafts, all things Underdog Fantasy, fantasy sports. We're going to be NBA, football, baseball, really covering all things fantasy sports on this channel. We're really going to start off really at the beginning of this channel for the next month or so covering NBA, specifically NBA pick'ems. I'm going to give about 6 picks or my plays that I'm doing every single day, daily picks on Underdog Fantasy. If you are unfamiliar with Underdog Fantasy, extremely easy to use, fun, exciting new fantasy app. I'm not sure. I don't think it's available in every single state. I know it's available in states that aren't, like, you can't play this in Nevada, but you can play it in California. Very, very fun, exciting app. Android, iOS. You can use it online, computer as well. There's going to be a link in the description to sign up if you have not signed up for Underdog yet. But let's get into it. It is Monday, April 25th. There's 3 games on the slate today in the NBA. I'm going to give my 6 plays that I'm making today. Again, this is not financial advice. Please, you guys, invest, gamble, risk your money at your own risk. Only, gamble money you are possibly willing to lose. Again, this is not financial advice at all. This is for entertainment purposes only. Again, please do your own research and make your own picks. But again, these are my plays for today. I'm going to give you guys 6, talk about why I'm, feel confident with them. Again, I will keep it as transparent as possible every new day, every new video with the results from the previous day. But yeah, let's just get into it. We're going to start off. I'm going to give 1 pick for each team, right? So there's 3 games today on the slate. Want to be one pick for each team. So for me, the first one I'm starting with is Al Horford, 17.5 points and rebounds. And to me, I'm taking the under on this right now today. I'm taking the under Al Horford. We'll click on it here. Under right here. So under for Al Horford, 17.5 points and rebounds. You can see Robert Williams is back. This is the first game that they played on Saturday with Robert Williams back in the lineup. He had 3 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And also, Daniel Theis has been playing very, very well as well for the Celtics. So I think there's going to be like a 3-headed monster in that front court with Daniel Theis, Robert Williams, and Al Horford. And I just think with the way Daniel Theis has been playing, not that Al Horford's been playing poorly. I mean, you can see game 2 he had 20 and 15. And then 16 and 6, and then the first game with Robert Williams back had 3 and 3. So I'm not saying Alfred's been playing poorly, but I just think in this sort of game, I think they're going to ride with Robert Williams, obviously being that extreme, massive defensive presence in the paint for them. And then obviously Daniel Theis has been playing well, so I just think it's become more of a timeshare in that position. So I'm definitely taking the under Al Horford, 17.5 points and rebounds. The next easy play for me today, honestly, the play of the day for me is Bruce Brown over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, Bruce Brown, you can see the Celtics have been playing tremendous defense on Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, so Bruce Brown is kind of becoming that third offensive option for the Nets. I think a lot of people obviously thought it was going to be Ben Simmons. He's not playing. And then Steph Curry as well, but Bruce Brown has been just a Swiss Army knife for the Nets. You can see here, last 2 games in this series, 23-8-4, and then the last game, 26-8-3. Obviously, that's way over the line for him in this game, 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So, I mean, in both those games, clearly over that. I'm taking the over on this must-win game for the Nets here in Boston. Huge game for the Nets, and I think Bruce Brown plays a ton of minutes, tons of usage here. You can see here 36, 37, and 40 minutes per game. I think massive minutes for Bruce Brown, 24.5 points over here. Very easily the lock of the day, in my opinion. The next one is going to be Pascal Siakam over 5.5 assists. I think this is a no-brainer as well, seeing that Fred VanVleet is not going to play today. You can see here Fred VanVleet will not play in Monday's Game 5 against the Sixers. I think left hip flexor strain. I believe Scotty Barnes is expected to return to the lineup, as you can see here. Don't think that's going to affect kind of Pascal's sort of game today. I think he's going to be handling the ball quite a bit, especially with them being out without Fred VanVleet. I expect Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam to be kind of combined ball handlers, but considering that Scottie Barnes is coming back off the injury, you can see here Pascal Siakam's games played this season without Fred VanVleet. He played 9 games. He averaged 4 assists. You can see here 1, 2, 3. There's actually 3 games of those 9 that he did finish with more than 5.5 assists. But considering this is a playoff game, again, another must-win for the Toronto Raptors, I think we're going to see Pascal Siakam, have the ball in his hands quite a bit. You can see here, last 3 games in this series, 5, 4, and 5. So he's definitely still getting his assists, in these games. But I think without Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam over 5.5 assists is an easy call for me. The next play, again, in this matchup is going to be James Harden over 9.5 assists. Again, another over here. We're taking James Harden over 9.5 right here, as you can see. And again, this is the closeout game for the 76ers in Philadelphia. I think James Harden plays a little bit better at home, going to be playing definitely aggressively, considering that, coming off that loss, they're at home. They want to finish up the series in 5 games. And you can see here James Harden, 9.5 assists. If you would have told me that his line is over or under 9.5 assists, in a playoff game all time, you just think of James Harden, you think of an assist. I think it's an easy over. You can see here in this series, he's gone over 9.5 assists twice. Last game hit 9, but look at this streak here towards the end of the season. He was at 13, 10, 14, 15, and 14. So for me, in this closeout game in Philadelphia, I think James Harden over 9.5 assists is the play here. So we're going to do 2 more plays here. Click on this so we can go to the next one. So 2 more plays here in the Utah Jazz versus Dallas Mavericks game. I love Jordan Clarkson here over 14.5 points. Easy play for me here as well. I'm surprised Jordan Clarkson, I think this entire series, his line for points has been pretty low, right? He's hit 21, 10, 21, 14, and 25. These last 2 games been playing over 30 minutes a game, but he's going to get his shots. He's going to stay aggressive. He is really that second option offensively, in my opinion, on this team. And I just think in the playoffs, again, a huge game, 2-2 in this series, a home game for the Utah Jazz. I think Jordan Clarkson has to be extremely aggressive in this game, and I think 14.5 points is pretty low, in my opinion, for Jordan Clarkson. I'm taking the over here on that. And then finally, last pick that I have, or last play that I have for the day, is going to be Jalen Brunson again. I've honestly been riding Jalen Brunson this entire series. I'm taking over 20.5 points. Now, I know people are kind of speculative, I guess, about this because Luka is back. But, Jalen Brunson is, again, second option on this offense. He was the number 1 option while Luka was out. I think he's going to continue to take his shots. He's going to continue to stay aggressive. Just in this series, 24 shots, 25 shots, 22 shots, and even with Luka back, 7 for 18. He shot 38% from the field, 2 for 5 from 3-point land, and then got to the free throw line 8 times. Again, 23 points, I think over 20.5. Easy play, must-win game. I think, again, he's going to play massive minutes. The minutes he's been playing have been insane, 41, 42, 35, and 35. I think he plays easily 35. I think he takes at least 15 shots. I think she gets to the free throw line. I think easily 20.5 points today. Again, Luka's still coming off that injury, so they are feeding Jalen Brunson quite a bit, getting him the ball, making sure he can make plays for the team, and also kind of just fill that void when Luka's on the bench and still, rehabbing that calf. So again, those are my 6 plays today. Going to be a crazy day in the NBA today. I think crazy slate. Super exciting time here. If you're, an NBA fan, I think. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about those 6 plays. Going to continue with these videos. Please, you guys, hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on this video. Going to continue to put out this content. Reiterating, this is not financial advice. And as always, you guys have a great day.